Hello Stampers, Jackie Bolhuis from Klompen Stampers. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally share with you because I'm actually going to use, 8 different stamp sets or so. And while I'm using those, I'm going to make 4 different really quick and easy cards. If you've followed me in the past, you know sometimes I talk about SIP cards where the only thing we're really using is stamps, inks, and paper. And that's what I'm going to concentrate on today. But really kind of the big purpose of this video is to show you how you can just take an array of stamp sets and mix and match them and make some quick and easy cards based on what you have. Some of these stamp sets you may have, some of them you don't, but I think the ideas I'm going to share and how I share with you how I created these cards, I guess, came up with the ideas, will help you just use any of the stamps that you have at home. Because right now, we just want to be stamping. And now, as I say that, I also want to remind you, we want to be stamping, but we want to be sending cards too. There is nothing better than getting a hug in the mail when you go and get your mail and there's a hand-stamped card. So I'm trying to really step up my game as far as sending handmade cards just for whatever reason, just to cheer up someone's day. So that's kind of the purpose of these quick and easy cards. So without further ado, let's go ahead, flip the camera down, and let me show you the 4 cards that I'm going to make. They're all quick and easy, and how I kind of put them together. Hang on a sec. Are you ready for some fast and furious stamping? Actually, it's quick and easy stamping. But what I'm using today are the Scalloped Note Cards. Now, these come from Stampin' Up! And they come in a package with 4 different colors. They've got the adorable scalloped edge and the coordinating envelopes with a scalloped edge on that as well. Now, if you don't have these, you could use any note cards or just make your own with some colored cardstock. But I thought the cards I want to share with you worked perfectly with these note cards. Now, I cut a whole stack when I started out of Whisper White that was 4.5 by 2 3/4. Wanted to double check. Now, this size fits perfectly on these. Now, I'm not going to get all super crazy with layers and embellishments and ribbon because I just want to make a bunch of cards quick and easy and play with just a whole bunch of stamps that I already have. So I cut a whole bunch of these, and what we're going to do is make 4 different designs, so to speak, to just put on the 4 different colors of these cards. So we're going to start out, and for this card, I'm using Beautiful Friendship and So Sentimental. You know, I think sometimes we get, well, at least I do, I kind of get stuck on, you know, if this is in the mini catalog, I only use it with stamps from the mini catalog or the stamps that go with it. I forget about stamps that I've bought in quite a while ago. So what I really did was I looked through all of my stamps, and I wanted to make more thank you cards. So I thought, okay, what stamps have some big, bold images that didn't require me to color that would just work good with a big, bold, thank you type greeting? And so that's kind of where I started. So, and that's how I really came up with 4 different ones. So let's set that aside. I've already put these on blocks here. This Beautiful Friendship, I have shared lots of ideas with this before. Actually, I think all the sets I'm using I have. So what I will do is on my blog post, I'll have pictures of these cards, but I will also give you links to other blog posts showing you other ideas with the stamp sets I use. So, you know, because my goal always is making sure when you buy something, you get lots of ideas and lots of ways to use those stamp sets. Okay, this one is fun because it's easy. It's big and it's bold. And so what I'm doing, I just stamped that big floral image on there. And then we're going to throw in some leaves. I got, what do I grab? Pear Pizzazz. And then So Saffron. And we can just stick in some of these as well. Sometimes I stamp it once and then twice just to gives you a little bit of dimension. So there is the base of that one. And then, like I said, we are using a stamp from So Sentimental. You know, with this big and bold, I wanted big, bold greetings as well. So I'm going to just go ahead and stamp that. And when you're using black, you can put it right over your color and it just pops. And that's all the stamping I have to do on that one. Now, again, as you look for greetings, you want ones that are going to, if you're going to put it on top of other images like I did, make sure it's kind of big and bold too so it stands out. So there is the first one, and I'm going to set this aside, and I am just going to grab another piece of this Whisper White, and I'm going to grab a couple other stamp sets to show you a couple other designs. So hang on one second. Now don't worry, I'm going to show you the completed cards after I've stamped all of them. Now for this one, we're using Positive Thoughts and Butterfly Gala. Again, a pretty old set of mine, but I wanted that bigger, bold thank you. This is a newer set and it really didn't have a thank you in it. So, you know, like I said, I'm trying to look beyond just using a single stamp set. How can I mix and match? So for this one, again, same size piece of Whisper White, and we're going to continue with our Pear Pizzazz. And I'm going to just go ahead and stamp a couple of these, I guess we'll call them ferns. So we'll do one, and then I kind of moved it over, stamped another one there. And then let's grab our black, and we're going to ink up our thank you so very much. And again, we want that to kind of go over that stamped image. You know, I think the whole idea with quick and easy cards is making sure you somewhat fill this layer. We don't want, you know, just like a little tiny image over here and then a lot of white space. And so that's kind of what we're doing because I'm taking the butterfly from that Positive Thoughts and I can just stick in a couple of those and we've pretty much filled it up. So that's all I'm going to do on that one. So there's the second card using those stamp sets. So once again, let me clean up. Let me grab 2 more stamp sets for you. Like I said, it's all about quick and easy and just using a variety of stamps we have and putting unlikely stamp sets together. You know, it's kind of a weird video for me because this isn't what I normally do. I normally take one stamp set and just show you a bunch of ideas. So we're just kind of jumping all over the board today. So for the second one, Timeless Tulips and Seriously the Best. One of my favorite greetings because it's big and bold. And you know me, I love my tulips. So let's set that aside. And I think this time we're going to, same size, but we're going to just use the orientation different and have it going up and down to accommodate our tulips. So I think we'll start, no, we can start with this. We'll start with the green on this one. And for all of these, I'm using Pear Pizzazz. So I kept that one green out and then, let's see, we'll stick that one right there. 2 stems. You know, there are 2 different stems in the set, but I just used one because I didn't feel like hauling out all of the stamps. And then we can use the big tulip and the little tulip. This is Melon Mambo. Now, the beauty of really all of these stamps that I'm sharing with you, you could use any colors. They all work great with whatever colors you have. So now with the leaves in the tulip, and I've used this set several times for you, you know that the leaves can go this way or they can go that way. And they all look a little different. I don't know, one of my pet peeves, I guess, is, you know, putting leaves on tulips the way they don't really belong. Well, I don't know. Is there a right way or a wrong way? So what I'm going to do is use that one, 2 different leaves there. And then what I'm going to do is flip this because I like my tulip leaves to kind of run along the stem. So we can do one that way and we'll go back to the first one and we'll just get that leaf going that way. So by flipping them, they really look like entirely different leaves. It looks like I used 4 different stamps where I really just used 2. Now, big, bold thank you. And this, we're just going to put thanks right down on top of the tulips. So there is that one. So let me set this aside and grab 2 more stamp sets. And actually for this last one, I'm going to cheat a little bit and not stamp it for you. I did use a celebration set on this one because I made these cards a little bit ago when celebration was still going on. So unfortunately, we can't get those flowers anymore. But check out this greeting set, Genuine Gems. Again, I love big, bold black. You could add any little flowers there. And now you can see how I added it to one of the Scalloped Notecards. And that's all I needed to do, 4.5 by 2 3/4. And stamp it and put it on there. So we'll just go through all of the cards now. Like I said, we're making 4. So here's the flowers that we did. This is what I call the magic of TV. So you didn't have to wait for me to glue it all together. You know how to do that. And then here's our Positive Thoughts. And finally, our tulips. But, you know, the whole idea here, quick and easy cards. These will be really fun to send to people. It'll make their day when they get them in the mail. And it's just really looking at your stamps to see how can I fill a layer just using a bunch of different color stamp pads. Quick and easy, SIP cards, stamps, ink, and paper. So I hope you like these ideas. Again, hop over to my website. I'll have the link down in the video here, and it will give you links to different posts where I've shared other ideas using these same stamp sets. So Get out there and stamp, guys, and then don't forget to mail them as well. So until I stamp with you again, have a stamp happy day.